gentlemen, it's time for Night Talk. It's 10 o'clock. Let's get started.
Welcome to Sands Place with your host, Jay Sands. Monday through Friday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 3 a.m. in the UK. This is the place to be. Without further ado, enter the Sandman. Here he is, Mr. Jay Sands.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get this road on the show. Here we go. Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for Night Talk. And I know it's a few minutes after. Nothing is planned again. But we got it started. And we know what we have to do. It's amazing. Oh, goodness gracious, I'll tell you. You know, this radio thing, it's simply amazing. It's simply amazing. But I can say tonight we do have the encoder for the simulcasting on Exact FM, so let you know that we are simulcasting on Exact FM radio and Shoutcast, ladies and gentlemen. You can check us out at shoutcast.com. Just look for the Sandsnet Radio Network, and there we are. No archives there. It's just radio and out, and getting the show out to another group of people. I guess we'll see what happens, but I want to thank Mr. John Biven for that. Greatly appreciated. Got that encoder going. We're simulcasting. We've got our Spreaker encoder going, so we're doing okay. Also, I don't say it enough, so I'm going to say it again. I did the other night, but I want to thank 28 Grams, my buddy 28 Grams. Check him out on Facebook. Chaz, who sent me that opening piece. He specifically I asked him for it, and that's the sound that you hear every time when we open the show. The show opening, the theme. Yeah, that's 28 Grams. Check him out on Facebook. Let him know we're playing a song. And we use it. We use it every night here, and people know our show by the beginning of that music there. They know what's coming. So I want to thank Chaz for that. That's 28 Grams. Check him out, ladies and gentlemen. Please. Okay, what else? Why is this happening? It doesn't seem like... I don't know why, but we will see. I don't know. It seems like the volume isn't where it's supposed to be, but nothing we can do about that at this point. We will check that out afterwards when we get some time. But thank you all for listening. Hope you had a great day. Welcome to Night Talk, everybody. It's Thursday, February 20. Wow, 2014. 20th of February. Almost 2 months of the year gone already. I mean, how fast is that? It seems like just a day ago it was, New Year's, and we were just getting over Christmas and getting ready for the New Year, and it's, 2 months later almost already. Wow. Well, it's over 2 months already, but still. Wow. No, actually, January 1 to February 1. Yeah, it's pushing 2 months. But I'll tell you, time does fly when you're having fun. All right, let's see who is number one in the chat room this evening. I'm going to get here and do that. And then, boom, we get there and do that. And then we've got Coos. We got the Sands. Thank you. Good evening. That's Coos from Germany, I believe. I'm doing okay. Welcome. He's number one tonight. Very interesting. Thank you, Coos, and welcome. All right, let's see what's going on over at, where are we here? There he is. Nope, not there, not that. No, get away from there. Get away. No, no. I don't know. Let's see. All right. So, Exact FM. There it is. Let's get on over there. See what's going on. Hi there. Everybody in the chat room there. Hi, all. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in there. And also, everybody at the Boomshine Radio with Kaboomba. Welcome to the chat room. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Rick in the house. Welcome, Rick. Nice to hear from you again. Rick. Well, interesting. All right. Let's see. So we've let you know that we're simulcasting on Exact FM Radio with Bep and Matt, who run things over there, do a fantastic show. You get a chance, please check out all the shows they've got lined up there. In fact, Bep Bopper is also simulcasting on the Sandsnet Radio Network every night at 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. He plays 50s and 60s. Man, you got to love that music. So if you got things to do after dinner, you want to settle in, you got some stuff, you want to play some music, that's the guy you want to listen to. 7 to 10 p.m. right here on the Sandsnet Radio Network and Exact FM Radio. So we're simulcasting there, he's simulcasting here, and things are working out just well so far. Also, I want to thank John Biven for his help and everything that he's done to get things going here for our third simulcast on Shoutcast. You can catch us there, shoutcast.com. Just look for the Sandsnet Radio Network. That should be there in the next, 5 minutes or so. It takes time for the encoder to start and then to get it playing over there. In fact, let's just see for the heck of it if it's up yet. I don't think so, but that's just the way things work. So let's go there and see if we're up. Yeah, up yet. Shoutcast.com. There it is. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, I don't think we're up yet because it ain't coming up. Takes a little while. Actually, I got about another 4 minutes or so. Then it should turn up around by 10:15. So that's shoutcast.com. That's there's no archive there, but you can listen to us on Shoutcast if you don't have or can't get Spreaker.com. But we invite you to come back and get on your computer or on your phone and come and join us here at the Sandsnet Radio Network and our chat room. All right. Join the guys and gals over here, talking it up. All right. What's going on? There's a lot going on in the world, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of stuff. Benghazi probe still. I mean, that's still not worked out. They got a goon squad indicted the feds on union workers that were shaking down companies. Amazing. Ukraine crisis is wailing in the Ukraine over there. President under pressure to wield more than rhetoric. He said a couple of lines again. I don't know why he does this when he knows fair well that he's not going to do anything about it. As we heard with the red line comment, mid to late last year when he made that comment, Cairo with, the Jordan. with Syria. Yeah. Meanwhile, there's over 100,000 people murdered over there. And now he said some more lines. I believe it was in Mexico yesterday. And what do you know? But last night or this evening, 70 more people were killed by the military in the Ukraine. So now he's got to deal with the lines again. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand his policies. I just don't understand the way the man thinks. Farewell, you don't want to get involved. What do you keep drawing lines for? You just want to repeat rhetoric, and you're not going to back it up. You're weakening the country by doing that. Look what's going on in the Middle East. They're stepping all over us, all over the world. Putin now is put a step above our president. Whenever in our history was that anywhere close? But he's trying to take back the Ukraine. It's like, they figured the guy's, he's not going to do what he says he's going to do. So let's make our move and see what happens. And they did, and they're doing it. Al Qaeda's on the rise, been on the rise. The rhetoric there was, we got him down, and now it's all other factions are coming. I mean, it's just a disaster. And I don't see how they can keep going like this. I just don't get it. But there you have it. And I don't know. Anyway, yesterday we reported on the FCC doing a media study, which they want to go and send in not watchdogs, but I can't remember what they call them, but they want to go in and just monitor. Not even monitor. They want to study how the news people, do their stories. I mean, it's ridiculous. But the critics want the FCC media study thrown on the trash heap. Everybody's skeptical of the changes over there. So we'll see what happens. I think they started backtracking this a little bit, the FCC. So. They've been drawing the ire of the free press advocates and lawmakers after making this proposal. The study of critical information needs is what they're calling it. One dissenting commissioner said it would let researchers grill reporters, editors, and station owners about how they decide which stories to run. Could you imagine that? I mean, just the gall of you saying something like that in this country. But we'll see. It's supposed to go into effect early spring in South Carolina. They want to try it. We'll see if it gets that far. I don't know. Let's see. Anything else happening here? We know about the story before. Study. I love when they call it study. Oh, golly. I'm telling you. So it's interesting. Let me know. Night Talk at sandsplace.net. Night Talk at sandsplace.net. Send me an email. Let me know what you're thinking. If you don't want to call or Skype us later on, let us know what you're thinking, what you think about this. I mean, it should outrage every American, no matter what side of the aisle you're on. We'd like to know why the FCC needs this information. What possible use can it be? I don't know. Well, but they're up in arms about it, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. All right. We'll see. I don't know. But let's get back to the beginning here. Just to let you know, the stock market seems to be doing fine at 16,133.23. It's up 92 points today at the close. Up 92 points. NASDAQ up 29, and the S&P 500 up 11.3, up over 11. Not too bad. But we will see what's going to happen here in the Ukraine and what's going on there, and the president's got more trouble on his plate. We'll see how he handles it. In fact, the EU wants to impose sanctions on the Ukraine as well. I don't know how good that's going to do, but they keep sanctioning, but well, I hope it works. I just hope it works. Let's see. All right. I'm going to pick a story. We'll talk about it a little later. I'm going to go over the rest of the news and what's happening, and we'll pick something to talk about in a little while. Let's get back to our chat rooms and see what's going on. Danny Phantom in the house. Johnny G, welcome. John Gonzalez. Ernie Abbott in the house. What's up, buddy? Who else here? Let's see. Oh, like I said, Rick Coos, who's number one tonight. Coos, number one in the house. Que haces, amigo? Right, we're learning Spanish now, everybody. Que paso, Ricardo? These guys are too funny. Muy bien, señor Ernesto, says Johnny G from the John Gonzalez Show. Yes, please check Johnny out. He does a good show as well. The music he plays, I love it. I love it. I love it. Ouija Radio's own Ernie Abbott in the house every day, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Spreaker.com. Check it out. Our brother station. An eclectic mix of music and insight. Yeah, I'll give you another word there, buddy. DJ Danny Phantom in the house. I mentioned him as well. Welcome all. Okay. Alrighty. Let's see. Got started a little late here, ladies and gentlemen, but we're up and running. And again, I want to remind you all that Mr. Bep Bopper is with us here on the Sandsnet Radio Network every night, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on Spreaker.com, 50s and 60s. Check them out, please. We simulcast also on Exact FM. Night Talk does every night, 10 to 1, as you all know. And we're broadening our horizons a little bit and broadcasting as well on shoutcast.com. So you can listen to us there. It's an easier stream. Just go there and boom, there it is. All ready for you. They are working on the website, I do believe. They're changing things up. So if you just see a page, just put the Sandsnet Radio Network in there, boom, and it should come up. It should work now, I think. In fact, let me check that back again. Let's do that. Okay. That's done. All right. And there it is. It's up and running. Okay, cool. The Sandsnet Radio Network on shoutcast.com. Check it out. All right, let's get to some of the music while I figure out what story we're going to talk about tonight and what we're going to do. You got any suggestions? Let me know in the chat, or I don't know, send me an email. We'll get to the phones a little later. I'd like you guys to call in, let us know what you're thinking. Okay, so here is, maybe you'll remember this one. It's from Charlene. No, that's not going. Okay, I didn't want to do that one yet. There we go. Let's try that one. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Night Talk. I'm Jay Sands. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. Move on until the 1 o'clock hour. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
This is Night Talk with Jay Sands on the Spreaker Radio Network. Join us at Spreaker.com.
Hey, this is John Biven from The John Biven Show. Just wanted to let you know you are listening to one cool dude, the host of Night Talk, Jay Sands, right here on Spreaker.com.
It's the Beat Bopper here, and just a reminder that right after me, it is Jay Sands and Night Talk, the king of the Night Talk shows. David Letterman, look out, there's a new sheriff in town.
Hey everybody, just a little program note for you all. This Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sands and Abbott, A Conversation, we will be welcoming in Ja Warrior, who you're listening to right now, doing some reggae, along with his producer, Michael X, joining us live from Jamaica.
collect money with them dirty and me know life not
We look forward to some great conversation, and we're going to play some of their great music. So come on by and listen to Sands and Abba Conversation this Friday. That's February 21st at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brought to you by the Sandsnet Radio Network.
Voted Best Stash by Mustache Aficionado in 2013. Voted Best Skype Call Show by the Eternal Order of the Super Secret Skype Chat. Quality shit shows agree. You're listening to Night Talk with Jay Sands on the Sandsnet Radio Network. Only on Spreaker.com.
description, baby? Come with me. Take my hand. Come with me, baby, to love land. Let me show you how sweet it could be. Sharing love here with me. I want you to float on, float on. Come on, come on, come on, baby. Float on, float on. Ooh, baby. Float on, float on. Float on, Libra. And my name is Charles. Now I like a woman that's quiet. A woman who carries herself like Miss Universe. A woman who would take me in her arms and she would say, Charles, yeah. And if you fit that description, this is for you especially. Take your hand, come with me, baby, to love land. Let me show you how sweet it could be. Sharing love it with me. I want you to float on, girl, yeah. Float on, float on, Leo. Now my name is Paul. See, I like all women of the world. You see, to me, all women are wildflowers. And if you understand what I'm saying, I want you to take my hand. Come with me, baby, to love land. Let me show you how sweet it could be. Sharing love with me. I want you to float on, float on. So float with me, baby. Float on, float on. Yeah. Float on, float on. Float with Paul, y'all. Cancer. And my name is Larry. And I like a woman that loves everything and everybody. Because I love everybody and everything. And you know what, ladies? If you feel that this is you, then this is what I want you to do. Yeah. Take my hand. Let me take you to love land. Let me show you how sweet it could be. Sharing your love with Larry. Listen. You better flow with me now.
Welcome back. This is Night Talk with Jay Sands.
And welcome back, everybody. It's now what? It's 20 to 11 already. I want to say hello to a couple more people into the chat room. Tara, way to go, girl. Glad to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Who else? Let's see. I said hello to Johnny G already. Jimmy Reason in the house. Welcome. Who else? Let's see. Who else? Boomshine. I think I missed Boomshine. Boomshine Radio with Koboomba. I think I said it earlier, but got a little confused there with the words, but welcome anyway. And Goofy Bone has joined us as well. Good old Goofy boy. DJ Danny Phantom in the house. And I think I got everybody else. Yep, I think I did. All right, the guys were talking about in the chat a little while ago about what's going to go on here on May 1st at Spreaker. And yeah, I think things are going to get a little tougher around here. It's going to be a little tougher to, talk garbage, I guess, or, just be inflammatory in certain respects, if not all respects. But I guess, I don't think that, because they were talking about maybe DJs playing, music like I play here some. I play some music here, and they're, like Johnny G plays music, and I'm sure Boomba does the same thing. But I don't think they're going to crack down on that so much as the cursing and the kid stuff. The young ones, they got to worry about that because that's big trouble. That and inflammatory speaking, and we'll see what happens. They could have just did it just to cover their rear ends. We will see. But you guys can, if you haven't already. Right at the top of the page there, you'll see any page. Starting on March 1st, there will be a change in our grant of rights. For more info, go to your terms and conditions. And if you are a host here on Spreaker.com, I suggest you read them just to get them under your belt and know what's going on. And they'll tell you everything you need to know. And like that. All right. Let's see. Oh, is Trenton listening? Trenton, good evening to Trenton. Yeah, all right. Listen up. Yeah, oh, that's right. It's only 9:42 over there in the center of the country. A lot of people are from, and the West Coast as well. Goofy's on the West Coast. We've got a few more. So good evening and welcome. Let's see, Munich. Well, now they're talking about Germany. You guys need to come on over and check out our chat room and just get in there and listen. You don't have to join it. Just, come on over, look what's going on. You might want to just end up jumping in. You never know. Because a great bunch of people here. Gets a little crazy sometimes, as does, every chat. But what are you going to do? Well, with a bunch of adults here. Mostly adults, so. All right, Boomshine's in the mountain time range. Cool. All right. And let's see. Kuz is in Germany. We've got Goofy Bone who's on the West Coast. Me, Ernie on the East Coast. So there, yeah, we got them all over the country, all over the world. Speaking of countries and times, this Friday on Sands and Abbott, a conversation, we'll be talking to Ja Warrior and Michael X from Jamaica. Ja Warrior is a Jamaican rap artist, or a Jamaican artist. I don't know if it's rap or I think it's rap. Well, whatever it is. His type of music, Jamaican music. We're going to be talking about Jamaica, what's going on there. This Friday, 3 p.m., right here on the Sandsnet Radio Network. So please give us a listen, if you will. Now we're being taught German now. Johnny G, you're just too funny. You really, really are. Too funny. He makes me laugh. Senor Johnny G. Another great DJ here on Spreaker. Does fantastic shows. Check him out. John Gonzalez. And give him some love because he deserves it. I love his shows. All right. Now, getting back to the real world here for a little bit. Come on, where are we? There it is. I was busy in the chat and doing other things. I forgot to... I don't know. What do you talk about these days? It's, you talk about what's going on in the country. You try to keep people informed. It's a good thing. And, I feel like sometimes that I'm just, repeating the same stuff over and over again. But, you got to hear it because it's important. It really, really is. It really is. Did you hear about what's going on in a school here in this country? I got to find out because I can't seem to find the story. But there's a grade school where in the teacher's lounge, in the lavatory, the teacher's lavatory, they found an empty bag of cocaine. Not cocaine, I'm sorry, of heroin. And this isn't the first time. The second time they found needles there as well. Now this is a grade school. All right. It would be, not that it would be different if it was a high school, but you're talking about grade school now. And teachers are getting high in the schools that they're teaching. Now there were 8 teachers who were seen going in and out of this bathroom at the time that this stuff was found. So what happens is the authorities go in and they ask these teachers to, submit to drug testing to rule them out, to find out who this teacher is that's doing the heroin in school. And we know it's not the students because, like I said, it's a grade school. And they agreed. Then the teachers union comes in and says, no, you shouldn't take those tests. So now all those teachers have refused to take drug tests to find the teacher that's responsible. Can you believe this? Can you honestly believe what's going on here? Where the union will go in and tell these teachers not to give their blood tests to find out who this teacher is, to get him out of that school. He's teaching grade school children. Or she is. And taking heroin. Can't even control a habit during the day now. Is that out of whack or what? I wish I could find the story. Well, let me see if I can see if I can bring it up here. Nope. Nope, can't find it. Epidemic and plagues and all that. But anyway, so now they're not going to take the tests, and the union is protecting these people again. It just boggles my mind. Where are the parents now? I don't know. Look, I know they have their rights, but you know what? It's the rights of the kids too. They need to be protecting these kids. I know they're there to protect the teachers, and that's all well and good. But you're talking about children here now, and someone high on heroin. What's up with these unions? I don't understand it. I don't get it. It didn't used to be like this. They used to back off of things like this. But now it seems that they don't care about anything anymore. Just to protect the teacher no matter what. Raping kids is okay. Doing heroin is okay while you're teaching. This stuff is all okay now. Just no consequences for anybody in this country anymore. Simply amazing. I don't know. Here it is. Here it is. It was 6 teachers, not 8. Let's see. 6 teachers lawyer up after heroin found in elementary school bathroom. Here's a little blurb. Let's see. Times are tough, America, but you can take solace that your children are not enrolled in the hellhole that must be Benjamin Kosa Elementary School, where no fewer than 6 teachers have hired attorneys and refused to cooperate in a police investigation surrounding the discovery, twice in 3 months, of heroin and drug paraphernalia in a faculty bathroom. The story is unfolding in rural Fallsburg, New York, of all places. On February 11th, an unidentified staffer discovered a heroin baggie in a men's facility bathroom. Before that, on December 23rd, someone found heroin and a bunch of heroin needles in the very same bathroom. Investigators subsequently used camera footage to identify half a dozen teachers as well as a teacher's aide as suspects possibly responsible for the baggie. All 7 staffers also agreed to provide urine samples. Everything was going splendidly. Then the school district's teachers union got involved. The union advised the 6 elementary school teachers and the teacher's aide to hire attorneys, which they did. All the suspects also immediately stopped cooperating with police investigators. Simi Williams, the police chief in Fallsburg, is not amused by the union's tactics. Quote, "If you got nothing to hide, give us some urine," William told the Record. "Let's clear the teachers' names who were taking care of these babies for 6 or 7 hours a day," he said. Teachers have complained that investigators have visited Coaster Elementary during school hours with kids around. Teachers are particularly bothered that students have seen police attempt to interview faculty members. Interesting. Local attorney Jared Hart spoke about his unidentified client's frustration. Quote, "He's embarrassed. He's also angry that he has to defend himself," Hart told a local paper. Quote, "He doesn't feel that he has to be defending himself against something he's not involved in," unquote. Jim Farrell, the Sullivan County District Attorney, is also part of the investigation. He noted that he's never had to deal with heroin in the area's bucolic public schools until now. Quote, "We intend to get to the bottom of this because, at this point, we feel there's a potential danger to the students in that school," Farrell told the Record. However, the local teachers union isn't budging. Nope. In a statement, a union representative said, quote, "We support the removal of any person from the classroom being a threat to the children in our charge. Our locals, however, also stand united in ensuring our members are treated fairly and their due process rights are protected." Meanwhile, last night's Fallsburg School District meeting was moved to the local high school auditorium in anticipation of a crowd of angry local parents. Also, incidentally, video footage identified an eighth suspect, a contract employee who was at the elementary school to provide occupational therapy. That contract employee has already provided a urine sample. The results of that sample are unknown. And there you have it. There's the story. Look, I get it. I get it. The union's protecting the teachers. I get it. Protecting their rights. I get it. But if you're innocent, and obviously 7 of the 8 are innocent, just give it up. You got nothing to hide, nothing to lose. Give it up. Find the one that's responsible and get him out. See, that's what the union's doing. They're trying to protect the one that's guilty. That's what they're trying to do. Under the guise of, oh, well, we need to protect their rights. Well, fine. Well, what's wrong with giving up some urine to test that you're clean? Unless, of course, these other 8 who all agreed to give it up in the beginning until the union said, don't do it. So how about we start looking after the kids? And ladies and gentlemen, especially you union people out there, start looking after the kids, will you please? Amazing. It's just amazing. Simply amazing. I don't get it. I just don't get it. It's wow. Let's see. Boom. There's more on this. Westchester crime story. So I didn't realize this was upstate New York, and that's sad for me. That's a sad thing. Let's see what this story says here. Hold on.
I don't consider a safe environment.
But first, outrage tonight among parents in a Hudson Valley town after several elementary school teachers refused to cooperate with a drug probe. Good evening, everyone. I'm Janine Rose.
And I'm Scott McGee. That investigation was prompted after heroin and hypodermic needles were found inside a staff bathroom at the Sullivan County School.
That's right. Police have narrowed down the teachers by surveillance video, and now parents are calling for whoever may be using drugs and teaching their kids high to come clean. News 12's Blaze Gomez has the latest from our Orange County Bureau tonight. Blaze.
Janine, police say all of the teachers have gotten attorneys and are now refusing to take drug tests at the advice of their teachers' union, something that's outraging stunned parents who say their children's safety needs to come first.
I think it's ridiculous that the teachers are refusing to take a test.
7 teachers still teaching kids despite parent outrage after allegedly refusing to cooperate with a narcotics investigation inside the Benjamin Koserp Elementary School.
It's dangerous. I don't consider a safe environment.
And neither does Fallsburg Police, who say all 7 teachers are refusing to take urine drug tests at the advice of their unions. Tests police are requesting after the teachers were seen on surveillance video using the staff bathroom where an empty bag of heroin was found last week. The same staff bathroom police were monitoring after unused heroin bags and hypodermic needles were allegedly found there weeks before.
Now, so far, the teachers' union representing those faculty members here aren't saying much about the seemingly unpopular advice they reportedly gave to those teachers. I did manage to speak to one union representative today off camera who said while there is obviously a serious concern for those students that go to school here, they also have an obligation to protect their teachers' rights.
Union reps allege teachers were told to report to police without being told why or being given the opportunity to have an attorney present. A legal right in this case, some parents say, is less important than the safety of the 750 children that could be at risk.
It doesn't matter. The state should still make these teachers take drug tests.
If this is still going to keep going on, I would literally have to move to another town to take them to a different school.
The Fallsburg School District has notified parents, and the police say that they are cooperating fully with their investigation. A Board of Education meeting is scheduled for tonight, which is expected to draw large crowds of parents concerned about this issue. That's the latest from the Orange County Bureau Newsroom. Blaze Gomez, News 12.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the local news, News 12 in upstate New York. Benjamin Koser Elementary School in Fallsburg. It's amazing. Just amazing. And I don't get it either. But there you go. We keep talking about that here on the show, ladies and gentlemen. The kids in our schools, the kids in our schools, the kids in our schools, they're being targeted, and the only people that are going to stand up for them are the parents. So you got to get up and get out there. You really, really do. All right. Let's get to... Kuz, I want to say goodnight to Kuz in Germany. He's 5 a.m. over there, and he's getting ready to go to work. Have a great day today, Mr. Kuz. Enjoy your day. Don't work too hard. And guten morning. And Johnny Gonzalez says to give his regards to Angela Merkel. It's just too funny. Oh, jeez. Too funny. But have a great day. All right. Moving on a little bit here. Let's... Chatty G. Too much. All right. Let's see. Let's go here a minute and see what we got here. By the way, just want to let you guys know we are simulcasting on Exact FM Radio and Shoutcast. You can listen to us on Shoutcast. Just go to shoutcast.com, look up the Sandsnet Radio Network, and boom, you should be able to hear us right there. There are no archives there, so it's just radio, just getting out there, and we're just opening up our audience a little bit, so there you have it. Let me see here. Moving on. Where is it? Oh, here we go. Okay, let's do this. How about we do some horoscopes for tomorrow? What do you say? Yeah? Yeah, all right. Let's go to horoscopes and see. Let's do Aries for tomorrow. Aries, Friday, February 21st. Here is your horoscope. The day may be temporarily plagued by scandal of some sort, Aries. Some of your entourage, particularly women, may gather in conspiratorial gossip. Your curiosity will definitely be aroused, but don't be tempted to join them. There is more to the situation than meets the eye, and you'll want to know all the facts before jumping into conclusions. Concentrate on your own interests and worry about the scandal later, Aries. There you go. That's for Aries tomorrow. Let's see. Let's do Scorpio. Let's go to Scorpio for tomorrow. February 21st. Emotional issues rooted in the past could leave you feeling inhibited today, Scorpio. You might also be a bit more touchy than usual and see insult where none is intended. Curb the impulse to take offense, rather, and try to confront and release the old issues, or at least promise yourself you'll deal with them later. Then be very sweet to your entourage. You should be feeling more positive by day's end. All right, let's do one more. Pisces for February 21st, tomorrow. Financial considerations could delay the start of a new project that you've wanted to begin for a long time, Pisces. Perhaps you don't quite have the funds you need, or maybe the cost is a bit higher than you expected. Don't sink into despair. This is only another temporary delay. Tighten the budget and make some substitutions. Use your innate ingenuity to work it out, and the project should be right on schedule. There you have it, Pisces, tomorrow, February 21st, 2014. And you can go to horoscope.com, ladies and gentlemen, and get all your horoscopes right there, right then and there, right on the spot there. It'll give you for today, for tomorrow, yesterday, the whole week, the month if you want, the whole year, and even more. So check it out at horoscope.com. You can also get additional forecasts on love horoscopes, career, money, wellness, even a Chinese horoscope, numerology, and more. So there you have it. Okay, here we go. All right, love, mood, career. You could even get a tarot card reading if you like. And Pisces, just a note. Your most compatible signs are in love, Capricorn, friendship, Cancer, and career, Virgo. That's right. All right. There you have it. Little horoscope for you there, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome there, Johnny. Now, this is going to sound a little stupid, Tara, but I don't know who the shockers are. Does that shock you? I'm sorry. I'm assuming they're a team from your area, but I don't know. But I hope for your sake they're doing well. Okay. No. Just that's something I thought I'd do, and But if you know anybody who wants to sponsor the show, you let me know, my dear. We'll pick them right up. But I do that every now and then. Well, I started doing it Monday, I think, or around Monday, because I used to do it the beginning shows of Night Talk. I would do horoscopes and stuff like that and read them. So I do 2 or 3 a day, and we mix it up a little bit and just adds a little more. Oh, Dad, what? I don't know who the shockers are. I'm sorry if that offends you. Southern Cowboy in the house, Sergeant of Arms, from the Spreaker of the House. Good evening. That's Spreaker of the House. I love it. Oh, Southern Cowboy in the house. Okay. She just saw you in there, Ernie Abbott. Jimmy Reason popping in as well. Thank you very much, Ernie Abbott. I knew that it was basketball. That much I knew. I just didn't know what. Never mind. And Tim is in the house. Welcome, Tim. He says the Shockers are the only undefeated college basketball team. Good. All right. Let me see what's going on here. Since we're talking about teachers, there's a question about whether teachers should get tenure or not. All right, let's see. Well, we'll talk about that in a little while. Let's take a little break. It is now 5 minutes after the hour of 11 a.m. here on the East Coast. That would be 5 after 8 on the West Coast. And 5 after 4, I believe, in the UK and beyond. You know, we broadcast live, not only across the country, but around the world. As you can tell, Kuz was in here from Germany. Mm-hmm. And we've got good Vibes Radio out of Jamaica. We've got friends in Cairo. We've got friends all over the world because of this show. And I want to thank you all. Even Bosnia-Herzegovina, we've got a listener all the way out there. So I hope he's doing okay. All right. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Night Talk. Don't you go anywhere, because it wouldn't be good if you did, because then you'd miss whatever happens here. And you know, here at Night Talk, we never know what's going on, right? Or what's going to happen. We know what's going on. We just don't know what's going to happen. So don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
Voted Best Stash by Mustache Aficionado in 2013. Voted Best Skype Call Show by the Eternal Order of the Super Secret Skype Chat. Quality shit shows agree. You're listening to Night Talk with Jay Sands on the Sandsnet Radio Network. Only on Spreaker.com.
Hey everybody, hi, this is Ernie from WEJA Radio, and I just wanted to talk about a couple of shows we have live over here each and every day. We got Lost Records of the Rock Era, hosted by DJ Bobby Brown, Mr. Music Encyclopedia, on 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Monday through Friday, Eastern Standard Time, live. I'd also like to talk about the Beat Bopper Show, which started yesterday on our platform. It's on from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Beat Bopper Show. And of course, my show is on Monday through Friday live, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, with a very eclectic blend of music, if you will. So come on, stop by. We've got several other DJs doing shows on the weekends. So come on by, check us out at WEJA Radio.
Check out the Beat Bopper Show Monday to Friday at 12 a.m. UK time and 7 p.m. Eastern time, bringing you all the hits of the 50s and 60s on Exact FM Radio and simulcasting on WEJA Radio and the Sandsnet Radio Network. Also available on exactfmradionetwork.com.
Just a little program note for you all. This Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Sands Wed, A Conversation, we will be welcoming in Ja Warrior, who you're listening to right now, doing some reggae, along with his producer, Michael X, joining us live from Jamaica.
collect money with them dirty and me know life not
We look forward to some great conversation, and we're going to play some of their great music. So come on by and listen to Sands and Abbott Conversation this Friday. That's February 21st at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Brought to you by the Sandsnet Radio Network.
You're listening to Night Talk on the Sandsnet Radio Network.
Call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. fantastic Burke family returns now with a promise of a better life for all. Let's welcome back the Sandsnet.
Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. Someday, yeah, we'll put it together and we'll get it undone. Someday, when your head is much lighter. Someday, yeah, we'll walk in the rays of a beautiful sun. Someday,
Radio Network.
Welcome back. This is Night Talk with Jay Sands.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Night Talk. I am Jay Sands. Thank you guys for listening. Before the break, we were talking about teachers and unions and stuff like that, and we were going to get into tenure of teachers, teachers' tenure, and should they get tenure, and I've been joined by Mr. Ernie Abbott, who is
Hey Jay, nice being with you, my friend.
Hey buddy, how's it going?
Going well, going very well, thank you. Enjoying the show, listening in.
Well, thank you, I appreciate
doing a few things on the side there, and hello to everybody out there in the chat room and those that are not in the chat room listening.
Yeah, those not in the chat room. That's what I'd like to. I think they got to get to those people. They got to come in and check this chat out because in the words
they can, without you knowing they're out there. They come on to the chat room to see what's going on, and
that's true.
But pop on in, come on and say hello.
Yeah. So anyway, you feeling okay? Everything all right up there? Show went well today?
Yeah. Went to Little Country today, man. Yeah, like the first hour, 20 minutes, and then at the end of the show to close it out. So a lot of country stuff today on the Ernie Abbott Show. Yes,
Abbott Show. Every day, 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. right here on Spreaker.com, our brother station. I love it.
Thank you for that, my friend. And speaking of, I know you mentioned earlier, we got our interview with the guys down there in Jamaica tomorrow on Sands and Abbott Conversation, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Sandsnet Radio Network. We'll be joined by Ja Warrior, the reggae artist, and Michael X, the producer of many artists in that genre down there in Jamaica. So looking forward to that tomorrow.
And if you know anybody out there that can translate for us, please let us know, because it's going to be.
Well, you're going to have to listen intently because they do have that heavy accent. But they get their point across. I've spoken to them, and
briefly.
Yeah. Some good stuff they're doing, and very positive reggae music they're putting out there too. I know it's hard sometimes to understand, the lyrics they're putting out there, but they'll clarify a lot of that stuff tomorrow when we have them on the air, though. But
yes, that's right. It's tomorrow. I keep saying
Friday, my friend.
Yeah. I said at the beginning of the show, it's like it's already February 21st tomorrow. Well, hold on a second.
Yeah.
Another half hour, 35 minutes. It's going to be the 21st of February. It's almost 2 months have gone by this year already.
Oh, it's incredible, Jay. The time that goes by so quickly, man. And, I got another dilemma tomorrow. It's my wife's birthday, so I just had to come up with something for Valentine's Day, and then Christmas, of course. Now I got to come up with something. I don't know, man. I'm just that's what I've been working on today. What am I going to do? What can I do that's new, exciting, different?
We're on the air, I tell you, but that's
Yeah, I hear you. I know where you're going.
I don't know if you want to go there just yet on the air here, Ern, but whatever it is, I'm sure she's going to be happy with it. And if she isn't, then you're in a lot of shit. That's all I can say.
Yeah, well, not that I have been in that situation before,
Well, you tell Deborah I said happy birthday, please.
Thank you for that, Jay. Yeah, yes, appreciate that.
We're going to play a song for her in the next set, so.
Thank you for that. And it's actually her father's birthday the same day.
Oh,
she has a brother 2 days ago, and she has two sisters that have birthdays this month. And by coincidence, 9 months prior to this month, is their anniversary of her parents. So,
9 months to the day, huh?
Yeah. So they have.
How interesting is that?
3 kids born 9 months after their anniversary celebration.
3 kids.
3 of them, yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. All right, we got to back this
up. All within a few days of each other.
Yeah, all within 9 months. Every 9 months.
Well, 9 months ago they had their anniversary.
Right.
They celebrate their anniversary and get together that one time a year. And the result of that celebration was a child, 3 children born 9 months after celebrating their anniversary.
But no, it can't, unless they're triplets, they can't have 3 children 9 months later. Unless they had a lot of help.
No. They were all born. They were all different ages. They were all born 9 months after.
Apart. Okay.
After the anniversary.
After the anniversary.
Sorry, I wasn't clarifying that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, that takes a lot of help. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm not getting into that one at all.
Oh, yeah. But thanks for that. But Yeah, there's a very interesting article Jay was just alluding to a minute ago.
Yeah. Getting back to the article, it's about teacher tenure, and who else but Mr. Ernie Abbott knows more about teacher tenure than anybody else.
I have some strong opinions on that. But this group that put out this information is a nonpartisan, nonprofit website. All they present is facts and studies and pro and con statements related to whether or not teachers should get tenure. And people can get in there and comment on this website. It's very good. teachertenure.procon.org, procon.org. Very interesting article, though. It's a very controversial subject, as you know, with some of the unions and some of the people they are essentially protecting out there, and it's just a form of job protection, as we all know. And states have different lengths of time before tenure kicks in, and there's a link to a site we can talk about later as far as different states.
Why don't we start off with explaining what tenure is?
Yeah, tenure is essentially once a teacher reaches a certain point in their career, and in my school district it was after 3 years, and of course you get evaluations and so forth from the principal and administrators over those 3 years. And if you are okay, and if you are performing within the criteria of the particular school district, if they find that you're doing an admirable job or a good job, then they will give you tenure. And it's essentially what tenure is. Let me see here. Let me see what the best way to give an explanation that is. It's essentially that. If you have some teachers, once a teacher gets tenure, if they're doing a poor job or something happens with regard to their performance on the job, you essentially have to walk through hoops to get rid of these people. Tenure is a kind of like protection by the union. For
well, the actual, I think the actual meaning of the word is to give someone a permanent post, basically.
Right, essentially that's what it is. Yeah. Right, exactly. And once you get tenure, unless you're, I can't even go that far. I was going to say, unless you're really doing something really nasty, they really cannot get rid of these folks.
Like we reported earlier in the story I just did about this teacher doing heroin in the school, and the union's protecting them. It's telling these teachers, and they were going to give the urine up to find out who it was. The union came in and says, "No, don't do that." That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't understand that, and that's one of the big problems I have with the union. And there's a lot of pros and cons on both sides of the coin. And teacher tenure, for a pro feature, people say that tenure protects teachers from being fired for personal, political, or other non-work related reasons. Before tenure, teachers could be dismissed when a new political party took power, or a principal wanted to make room to hire his friends. Women were dismissed for getting married in the old days, getting pregnant, or being late to work, or out too late, and whatever the case might be. And the plus side is that tenure removes incentives for teachers to put in more than the minimum effort and to focus on improving their teaching. The pro is that it creates teachers that have that kind of complacency know they're unlikely to lose their jobs with tenure. You know what I mean?
Well, sure. And why should they do? Why should they do it unless they're teachers that take pride in their profession, and they're not there just for the money.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, you're working like you said, 180 days a year. You want to give 110% maybe for the rest of the time that you're getting paid for staying home. Let's read from this website.
Yeah, I wanted to just say one thing here. This new teacher project found that 81% of school administrators knew a poorly performing tenured teacher at their school, which I've been face-to-face with many, unfortunately. Yeah. However, 86% of the administrators say they do not always pursue dismissal of teachers because of the costly and time-consuming process. For example, it can take up to 335 days to remove a tenured teacher in Michigan before the courts get involved. So that's a big problem. Administrators, they don't want to, so essentially they're they're signing off on that kind of behavior if they're not going to.
Yeah, but what does it take? Wait a minute now. 390, whatever it is, 320 days. But if you know you got a bad teacher, start the process. Maybe it wouldn't take 300 and something days to get them out. Maybe something will happen. Take the time. It's not costing you anything else, is it? Does it cost them any more?
Well, they have legal staff there that helps the schools and so forth with cases along these lines. But, it's like they'd rather, like I said many times, I've been in a school where a fight will break out amongst students, and I've literally seen teachers kind of turn around, go around the corner down the hall, catch a look at this fight going on, turn around and walk the other way.
Yeah, because they don't want to be bothered. They don't want
exactly.
They don't want to be bothered. So let them kill each other. They don't care.
Yeah. So I look at that, them essentially not getting rid of this dead weight. Many times, that essentially they're just turning the corner, turning the cheek, and walking the other way. And to me, if I'm a superintendent, you got to be against that kind of stuff, man. People just sitting in the chair, putting in their hours until they can put their papers in, and it's bad. It really is. It's a bad system. It really is. It really is a bad system.
Let's get into this a little bit, and maybe what we'll do is do this over the course of the next few days, maybe, or we'll just keep on top of it. But let's open up the discussion here for a little bit. Let's see. Should teachers get tenure? Well, according to proandcon.org, they say teacher tenure is the increasingly controversial form of job protection that public school teachers in all states receive after 1 to 7 years on the job. As of 2008, 2.3 million teachers have tenure. Proponents of tenure argue that it protects teachers from being fired for personal or political reasons and prevents the firing of experienced teachers to hire less expensive new teachers. They contend that since school administrators grant tenure, neither teachers nor teacher unions should be unfairly blamed for problems with the tenure system. Opponents of tenure argue that this job protection makes the removal of poorly performing teachers so difficult and costly that schools end up retaining their bad teachers. They contend that tenure encourages complacency among teachers who do not fear losing their jobs, and that tenure is no longer needed given current laws against job discrimination. So, I mean, there's
Yeah, and I've seen that, and I'm sure every person out there has been in a school. Hopefully, you've been involved with the schools, and has seen teachers of that ilk you were just explaining about. Basically just putting in their time, knowing that essentially they can't be let go. Short of abusing a child or something horrific like that, which you can't always count on that with the unions out there protecting some of these animals. But anyway, it's so true. In light of that too, in California they tried this Proposition 74, which at the time would have extended tenure when a teacher becomes eligible for tenure from 2 to 5 years. So what the union did in response to that, the California Teachers Association, they increased their member fees by $60, which raised $50 million to fight that proposition, which ended up failing, receiving only 45% of the vote. So, it's even when they're trying to do the right thing, it's tough, man. Them teacher unions are strong, my friend.
Oh, look what happened on June 28th, 2010. New York City closed its quote-unquote rubber rooms, where approximately 600 tenured teachers accused of incompetence and wrongdoing received their full salaries to sit in a sparse room and do nothing.
Wow. Is that incredible?
That's amazing.
That's a lot of cannoli.
And that's just 3 years ago they closed that room. Yeah,
wow.
So they weren't doing their jobs to get them out of the system. They paid them wow. But what I don't understand, if you're going to do this, does the state attorney's office have a jurisdiction over these things?
No, usually the unions will hire an attorney, and the school department has an attorney on their payroll.
But don't they have lawyers on the payroll for the state and the city and the schools? Don't they have?
Yeah. I guess every state pretty much has a department of education overseeing the state schools. I know in our area. So, I'm sure there's probably some involvement if it gets to that level. But
no, what I'm saying is, aren't there lawyers for the schools? I mean, They gotta have lawyers.
They have them on the
retain,
payroll.
right?
Yeah,
so they're not spending any more money. Let them go to work. Let them do something.
Well, it's they get them on the payroll, but it does cost them over and above the stipend they give the person. But it's in any event, you got to do the right thing. In the end, it's the kids that suffer from all this nonsense that goes on by adults.
All right. Well, how about this then? How about we put into the contract, you get your tenure, as long as your credentials are up to date, where you're still a good teacher and you have no problems. If you get 3 strikes, your tenure goes right out the window, and so do you.
Yeah. Well, I think that would be I would even go maybe not even 3 strikes, but even maybe less than that. But still, something along those lines, I think, would be a positive step. Because Washington D.C. There's no policy as far as when tenure, no number of length of time to wait. So essentially, if you get a job in the D.C. schools, you have tenure right off the bat. There's there's a few states like Mississippi that has actually 2 states that you have to wait 1 year before you get tenure. So after 1 year of teaching in Mississippi and Hawaii, you're tenured. And there's 8 states that it takes 2 years, and there's 32 states where it takes 3 years, and that's my area was 3 years. There's 5 states that takes 4 years to get your tenure. There's 2 states where it takes 5 years, and there's 1 state where it takes 7 years of teaching to get your tenure, which is Ohio.
Well, let's talk about the real reasons for this, Ernie. It's about the unions. It's not even about the kids. It's not even really about the teachers, except for the fact that they pay their dues. It's about unions, it's about money, and it's about politics. We just mentioned back about Proposition 74. They charged their members $60 extra, collected $50 million to go against Proposition 74, and they won. Now, when they're not fighting Proposition 74, what are they doing? They're donating to the Democratic Fund.
Right. Yes,
to elect Democrats.
People that are in their corner with regards to.
So do you think that these people are going to allow these unions to go under or not? It's all about the money. It's all about politics and power. That's what this is about. And it goes right back to the unions, and from the unions, right back to our political leaders. That's my opinion.
You're right. It does come down to the money, Jay. Unfortunately, it's sad to say, but you're absolutely right about that.
All this garbage about inner city students, they need to help these kids. Yeah, they do. And what are you doing to help them? You're destroying every chance they could possibly have to get a good education with the charter schools. They won't allow that to happen because, of course, more money goes out the window, more power for them goes out the window, and these kids will honestly, maybe, wait a minute. Yeah, learn something.
Get that right, my friend.
But no, they can't. You can't have that. No. They'll find out. They'll give you reasons why this shouldn't be charter schools. No, they're no good. Because they know parents are going to take that money and put it where it's going to do the best good for their children. That's what it should be about.
Those places, when you take the union out of the equation, it's amazing what the teachers can do, and how. I know in our state, all our charter schools are doing very, very well. They don't have a lot of those, things that the union puts on teachers as far as, if you get a contentious situation, you're renegotiating a contract, they'll tell all the teachers not to be involved in any after school or anything that is not spelled out in black and white in the contract, which is, what kind of message is that sending? That's ridiculous to me.
I mean, and do you realize that in the last 40 or 50 years, the amount that this government has thrown at public schools has quadrupled? And you know what the percentage is that of these children that it got better?
Yeah, I think it got worse, didn't it?
Well, it got worse. Yeah, exactly. 0. Absolutely nothing. So they threw more money at this problem, and it didn't help. You got principals in schools that are walking around driving Mercedes and buying fur coats, and the kids don't have supplies to use during the day.
Yeah, I know it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they hit you up with a big list. I know they
Where's
send
the
it out
money
here.
going? There's no accountability, because where there is accountability, there can be no fraud.
Yeah,
it can't go in their pockets. Yeah, and I'm
like
sorry.
you were just saying a minute ago, Jay. Sorry to interrupt, but there's no correlation between how much they spend and the results, because there are states that are spending lesser amounts and getting great results, and states that are spending amazing amounts of money, like Washington D.C. I think was the highest, or one of the highest, 17,000 per pupil, and the results are self-explanatory. You just look at the education system in Washington D.C. and how messed up that is, and now you understand why the president's children go to a private school,
Oh, well, they'd go to private school anyway. I mean, that's...
Right, yeah.
See, that example doesn't really fit because that's going to happen anyway. But what I'm talking about is kids in the inner cities. They always say, all these politicians, especially the left and the liberals, we got to take care of the kids in the inner schools, the inner cities. They don't have this, they don't have that. This is no good, that's no good to teach. Then do something about it instead of just throwing money at the problem. But they won't, because once the money stops coming in, their campaigns won't get the money to keep them in power. It's a vicious circle. And until the parents in this country, or the Americans in this country, or the people of this country, however you want to word it, get on their feet and say enough is enough, it's not going to stop.
You got that right, Jay. It's like pulling teeth, many times to get parents to get into the schools. And,
So it's their fault too. You got to blame some of the parents too. And then there are parents that knock their heads against the wall to get things done and can't get anything done.
Yeah, it's
You need a new mouse, my friend.
a frustrating situation. Sorry, man, I was just scrolling through an
I'm
article.
just letting you know.
Boy, I got to mute my mic when I'm doing it, actually. Sorry.
No, you should mute your mouse, never mind your mic.
It's an old mouse, yeah. Making a lot of noise. Apologize for that. But yeah, you're saying true words there, my friend. It's in many regards, it's just another thing as part of our society here in the States that has to be looked at hard, and changes need to be done, because we are slipping in the world, as far as our math and science and
forget it. I think we're like 25th or 28th.
Yeah, I mean, at
Somewhere
university
like that.
level, we still have some tremendous programs, and matter of fact, the best and the brightest come to our country to be educated in many of these places, and then return to their countries with this knowledge, that they're imparting, and we're just sliding down that slope, man. It's really disheartening, man. It really is.
We end up a third world
throw
country.
money at it. It's not the answer, man. Throw money.
No,
it's not the answer.
It's not.
No,
it really isn't. You got that money, use it correctly. What is it like? It comes out to like $15,000 a child that they're putting into these schools?
Yeah, I think there are some more, some less that are, like I said, it's Florida was one example too. Their cost is not as high as, I think they were like in the mid 20s or up to 30 as far as their spending on per pupil I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But they were in the top 5 as far as results on the standardized testing and so forth. So Florida's doing very well.
Yeah.
One of the states there where you are. So
I'd like to bring Goofy Bone into the conversation. What's up, buddy?
Gentlemen, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing
Goofy
okay.
Bone.
What's going on?
You know what pisses me off is that the government wants to be inside the media to check out how the media works and what stories that they nitpick. But yet, the government won't even look at the school district. They know all the schools are fucked up. They know the teachers are only there for a paycheck.
Well, let's be fair. Not all of them, Goofy. Maybe 30%.
Yeah, that's right. Not all of them. But I'm sorry to say, if they're all in one bunch, we can't handpick every single teacher that's good.
Yeah, there are too many that are not doing a good job. Yeah, I agree with that. Right. I do agree with that. Just doing the minimum or not doing less than the minimum, and because what we're just talking about, they're on tenure. These principals many times, they go to their superintendent, say, I need you to help me get rid of this person, and because of it, like we were just saying, the cost, they don't want to be bothered. They turn the cheek, and hey, you got to put up with it. Sorry, which is not the attitude you should have.
No, you shouldn't.
Well, take a teacher that used to teach me. Her name was Mrs. Sullivan. She used to hate me because I wore red all the time. She would have the campus guard come escort me to the principal's office because she thought I was claiming gang colors, which I was, but I wasn't doing it in a crazy gang fashion.
Right.
Well, the fact was you were doing it, my friend.
One time I came to school in my red sweats because I was going to miss the bus if I took a shower and I got ready. You know? I used to love going to school. But anyways, her thing was that she did anything possibly to get me out of her class. She didn't care about teaching me or anything like that. She just didn't like me for whatever reason. And just didn't want to.
It's obvious why she didn't like you. It's obvious.
Listen to Jay. He's trying to crack jokes now again.
You know, I went to school to learn. I didn't go to school to hang out like some other idiots out there.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't have my report cards or anything in front of me, but shit, I was right there in the fucking almost 4.0 average.
Cool.
I mean, shit. I was smart. I had a brain. But it's just some teachers, they just hated the fact that, hey, maybe this one knows a little bit too much. Or maybe I'm intimidating. I don't know. But still, they didn't even take the initiative to try to sit down and talk to me or even have my mom or dad come in, you know, to fucking try to talk it all out or shit like that. You know?
Well, I think you said it at the beginning of this conversation. You were wearing red. They thought, and they knew what the colors were. You were touting red. You said it yourself. That's probably why they wrote you off. They figured, well, you know, because they don't know how to deal with kids like that. They don't. I'm not saying that it's bad or what you did was bad, but they came at it as an angle. Well, he's a gangster and there's no helping him, so let's get him out.
Yeah, and look at the gangster now. I'm probably more rich than those teachers are right now. And I'm not saying that to glorify myself, but the fact of the matter is that I still take, you know, I still take it to the heart that none of those fuckers sat down and took the initiative to, you know, go that extra step. They would just rather not have me there so they could get on with their agenda.
Well, yeah.
It's like I was in the class, like running up and down the little aisleways of the, you know, the little class and screaming my head off. No. I went to class every day. I did my homework. You know, I did what I had to do.
Yeah. I know I had a friend of mine, my best friend in this world, and you know, when he was in high school, he stayed back one year because he was really, you know, he wasn't getting along with his teachers and the administration of the school. So what he did was he came back with his senior year because he wanted to graduate. So he came back and repeated his senior year, and he had like 3 of his teachers out of the 5 classes he had to complete said to him, "Look, I want you to sit in the back of the classroom. Don't say a word. I don't care if you sleep the whole classroom. Just don't bother me. Don't disrupt the class, and I'll give you a good grade, and you'll pass, and that's it." Imagine that teacher saying that to somebody.
I've heard that before. One teacher, Mr. Stallmeyer, he used to tell me, just sit in the back. You want to sleep, go right ahead. Just don't talk to no. Because the thing is when I was in school, all the chicks, I would always sit with all the chicks, you know. They would write on my hands, tell me they love me, da-da-da-da. And yeah, that was a distraction. Well, he told me stay away from them. Just hang out in the corner over there. You know, sleep if you want. And I'll pass you. Just don't disrupt.
Yeah, that's basically, that's exactly what they said to my friend, you know. That's wrong, man. It's like, wow.
And me being stupid, I was like, yeah, what the hell? But I still learned. I sat there and listened. But, you know, I just had to miss the chicks, you know.
Now, what do you think about, I know we talked about it before, what do you think about a program where you incentivize the teacher teaching, you know, and the teachers that are doing outstanding jobs, reward them? Why should a teacher that has a master's level degree, okay, according to contract, you're able to make this X amount of money, say $40,000 or whatever, $50,000. Now, why should a teacher that's doing outstanding work at that step in the contract, doing outstanding things, you know, above and beyond, you know, amazing stuff. And there are teachers, you know, they give their life. They're in there early in the morning. They're there late at night. They're there for the kids whenever they need them. Teachers like that, why can't we reward them? And the teachers that aren't doing their job or aren't up to stuff, why can't we cut their salary?
Let me tell you why, Ernie. Because this society that we live in, this modern civilization that we live in, the one that rewards the losers and gives them trophies for losing in a baseball game, you know. But back in my time, maybe 10, 15 years ago, you worked hard as a team to earn that trophy. Now, winners and losers, they all get trophies. It's okay. We're all okay.
It's true.
You're right.
Very true.
You're right.
I want to take a quick minute.
They're killing the morals of learning how to work hard for something that you believe in. I mean, you know, it was a little plastic trophy, but as a young kid, that was like the Super Bowl. That was the World Series. That was everything.
You're taking away like the incentive for people to rise above and to keep working hard and to work their way up to number one. You know, if they get number two, they're getting everything that number one's getting. Well, you know, hey, you know, I'll just stay where I am. I'm getting everything they're getting, so why not?
Yeah, it just pisses me off on how this society, modern civilization, how it's came. It's like nobody's getting rewarded for the good efforts they do in life. Just like Ernie said. Nowadays, you know, I see my cousins, they go to school, and, you know, I always ask them, you know, how come you don't go to, like, after-school program? Oh, there's none. Once the teacher tells us to leave, she locks the door and she's gone.
Yeah, see, that's the BS.
I remember my teacher would stay at least a half an hour if any kid wanted to, you know, help or anything.
Yeah, we would stay as long as we needed to, man. You know, it's... You know, what they got to do is they just got to replace that tenure system with some kind of fair system of evaluation. You know, it should be input from maybe even fellow teachers, maybe, you know, in addition to administrators. And how about the parents? Why can't the parents comment on those type of things, on teachers' job performance and so forth?
Now, let me tell you what they should do. And I thought of this even when I was young. Okay. Some teachers, you know, in high school, they have seven different classes. You know, take one kid out of each one of those classes, give them all the same test, and that's where you grade the teacher on.
Right, yeah.
Regardless, you just pick a kid, just pick a name. Here you go. Out of class one, out of first period, second period, third period, fourth period, just one. And test them. If they all come out good, you know, the same average of where they're supposed to be, you reward that teacher. You know, if one's good and the rest are failing, obviously you know what's going on. But at least you know throughout the whole, she's supposed to teach the same thing the whole same way. Now, I've heard and even witnessed some teachers teach things differently. They'll teach one class the smart way, and then they'll dumb it down for another class.
Yeah, that's true, too. That is true, too.
I'd like to take a quick minute to say hello to Pranksville, Sick Willie in the house, theologist. Chris Topp was here for a little while. Sorry I missed you, Chris. He was here for a while. We were talking, and I just didn't get into the chat room. Pumpkin Face as well. Theologist, of course. Goofy Bone is here with us. Sorry, guys. Just wanted to get that in there.
Well, to me, whenever I gave a test on it, if I did a unit of instruction and I gave a test at the end of the unit, if the kids, you know, if the majority of the kids were, say, getting C's or below, I would take that as, that's me. That's not their problem. That's my problem, because I'm not putting this information out in a way that these kids can understand it and retain it and let me know they retained it. You know what I'm saying? So I always looked in my mirror as far as that goes, and I would not hold that against the kids if they did have that. You know, there was a particular test where everybody did really poorly. That was a reflection on me, to be quite honest.
Yeah, but isn't that the curriculum that you're teaching? Isn't there a guideline from the school body itself that says you have to?
Oh yeah, well you have your textbook.
Well, maybe that's wrong too.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
but
it's not always.
Look,
I know it's not always the teachers. I know we blame the teachers a lot, but it's because they got a bad name with the bad teachers that are out there, and these people are still getting paid. They're still in front of these kids, and these kids aren't learning anything. And the proof is there; it's right in front of them, and they ignore it. Like you said, they don't want to get involved because they don't want to spend the money. Well, you know what? It's time to stop the bullshit.
Well, you know what? There was a teacher I had. His name was Mr. McEwen. He basically, you know, he lectured, and then after the lecture, he would ask the whole class, all right, who didn't understand what I just said? Raise your hand. And right there, that tells you it's up to the kid to say, hey, I didn't understand. Or if they want to be lazy and just let it go on. But I used to hate when he did that. But now as I'm looking on the outside looking in, I respect that. Because here he is. He's offering you, hey, if you need me to explain it again, tell me. And most of these kids, they never took advantage.
Well, I don't know any kid that's going to say, yeah, tell me, I want more. You know, they're waiting, they're going to lunch, they'll go to the next period, or move on to something else, or go play.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to tell you to shut up right there. Because I was one of those kids that fucking wanted to learn more.
Well, you're one in a million then, pal, because I know most kids don't.
Detail of everything. I wanted to know how long did the Mayflower ships take to be built. Nobody asked that.
So why are you yelling at me? I didn't do it.
No, but you're over here saying, oh, well, there's kids that
don't care, yeah, and they're not going to, no matter how many times he asks, they're not going to sit up and say, yeah, I want to know more, unless it's interesting, and the curriculum that they're teaching isn't interesting. You know, you're one of those kids that needed that information and wanted it and would ask, and that's fantastic. But I guarantee you, you're one of the few, the very few. Believe me.
I was.
I know you were.
And I always ask myself, maybe I should shut up. Maybe,
no, we don't want you shutting up. No, that's not the answer.
I just want to know for my own personal information.
Cool.
But hey, look at where we're at now. You know, we're fighting about teachers. We could be fighting for 100 years. They're still not going to listen to us.
Well,
now this heroin case, this is going to tip it either over the mountain or it's just going to stay at the top of the mountain, because that right there, heroin in the teacher's faculty bathroom, it doesn't get any more fucking deadlier than that. I mean, what the hell? You got a heroin addict teaching kids?
You're absolutely right.
That's something else.
You're absolutely right. Wow. Well, it's getting up to the 12 o'clock hour here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to take a little break and get Goofy Bone a cold compact, calm him down a little bit, and get his temperature down. And while we do that, we're going to go to a couple of commercials, maybe a song or two, and we'll be back. I got Ernie Abbott with me. I got Goofy Bone, and everybody in the chat. We'll go over that when we come back as well. Thanks for listening. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back. This is Night Talk.
John Bivin from The John Bivin Show. And in this shameless plug, I want to tell you just a little bit about it. It's called The John Bivin Show. It airs on my platform, John Bivin, and simulcast on Exact FM Radio's platform. It airs on Saturday evening at 8 p.m. Central Time. It's Christian music, mostly unknown artists, a little talk, and a lot of fun. And another program I do is called The Pillar of Fire. It's a church service from the Pillar of Fire Church in Marion, Illinois. It airs on Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. We have praise and worship and a good sermon every Sunday. So if you're looking for some Christian experience, join us. The John Bivin Show, Saturday at 8, or The Pillar of Fire at 2 p.m. on Sunday. This ends my shamelessness. Thank you.
Voted Best Stash by Mustache Aficionado in 2013. Voted Best Skype Call Show by the Eternal Order of the Super Secret Skype Chat. Quality shit shows agree. You're listening to Night Talk with Jay Sands on the Sandsnet Radio Network. Only on Spreaker.com.
Check out The Bep Bopper Show Monday to Friday at 12 a.m. UK time and 7 p.m. Eastern time, bringing you all the hits of the 50s and 60s on Exact FM radio and simulcasting on WEJA radio and the Sandsnet radio network. Also available on exactfmradionetwork.com.
Do you think you know what a talk show is? Do you think you can define the normal parameters of the TALK? Pumpkin Face is here to tell you that you haven't got a clue, buddy! I mean, if you haven't participated in the full debauchery of the Sands Network chat room, then you've never really enjoyed Night Talk with Jay Sands. Only on Spreaker.com.
Voted Best Stash by Mustache Aficionado in 2013. Voted Best Skype Call Show by the Eternal Order of the Super Secret Skype Chat. Quality shit shows agree. You're listening to Night Talk with Jay Sands on the Sandsnet Radio Network. Only on Spreaker.com.
in the rush hour, the fellas started to shower you with love and affection. Now you won't look in my direction. On the expressway to your heart, that expressway, not the best way. It's much too crowded. No, it's much too crowded. So crowded. It's much too crowded. Oh, yeah. So there's too many ahead of me. They all try to get in front of me. I thought that I could find a clear road ahead, but I found stoplights instead. I was wrong. Baby, it took too long. I got caught in the rush hour. These fellas started to shower you with love and affection. Come on, look in my direction. On the expressway to your heart, that expressway, not the best way. I found a fly. It's much too crowded. Much too crowded. So crowded. There's no room for me.
Oh, I wake up in the morning with my hair down in my eyes, and she says hi. And I stumble to the breakfast table while the kids are going off to school goodbye. And she reaches out and takes my hand, squeezes it, and says,
How you feeling,
and I look across her smiling lips that warm my heart and see my morning sun. And if that's not loving me, then all I gotta say, oh, God didn't make little green apples. It don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime. And there's no such thing as Dr. Seuss, Disneyland, Mother Goose is no nursery rhyme. God didn't make little green apples. It don't rain in Indianapolis in the summertime. And when myself is feeling low, I think about her face aglow to ease my mind. Sometimes I call up at home, knowing she's busy. And ask if she could get away and meet me and grab a bite to eat. And she drops what she's doing and hurries down to meet me. And I'm always late, but she sits waiting patiently, smiles when she first sees me, 'cause she's made that way. If that's not loving me, all I gotta say, God didn't make
Okay. Wait a minute. Give me a break a second. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3.
But something's wrong. There's something here doesn't last too long. Maybe I shouldn't think of you as mine. Seeing you or seeing anything as much as I do you, I take for granted that you're always there. I take for granted that you just don't care. Sometimes I can't help seeing all the way through.
Welcome back. This is Night Talk with Jay Sands.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're back. This is Night Talk. I am Jay Sands. I've got Ernie Abbott with me. I've got Goofy Bone, who's just about ready to take off, who may do a show tonight, right, Goof?
Yeah, I'm going to do a show, ladies and gentlemen. So after you're done listening to good old Jay Sands, come on over to 186 Point Deuce. We'll be waiting for you.
Now, who gave it? Wait a minute. Stop with the yoo-hooing. Oh, that, by the way, that's Shotgun Sherry in the back, and we got John Biven who joined us as well. Stop with the yoo-hoos already. Who gave you permission to plug? Wait a minute. I didn't say...
Guys, I'm plugging Goofy.
But I didn't give him permission to plug anything. How does he get away with that? I want to know. Ernie?
Well, I'm sorry, Jay. Just bill me in the morning.
Woohoo! Me too. So that'd be at 1 o'clock Eastern and 12 o'clock Central and 10 o'clock on the West Coast, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 186 Point Deuce. Goofy Bone on the air tonight. Be there right after Night Talk. Thanks, buddy.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Take care, Goofy Bone.
We'll see you over there.
It's great seeing you guys, as always.
Hey, Goofy Bone, just remember, like a former nun told me that I used to teach with, it is always easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission.
And Ernie, it's always easy to do wrong than it is to do right.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, but listen to this. Now, this will get you far. No matter where you go, there you are.
Woo-hoo!
Take
Jay,
that to the bank.
You're so close, but yet you're so far. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night,
Take care, Goofy Bone.
Goofy Bone, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Biven twins, ladies and gentlemen. Coming out of hiding. They're going on the road in September.
The boisterous Bivens.
The boisterous Bivens. 186 Point Deuce right here on Spreaker.com. Goofy Bone, go check it out. I guess we'll find out everything that's going on. He'll give us up to date. He's back. He's doing a show. I guess he's gearing to come back and start regular broadcasting again. Thanks, buddy, for showing up. Let's see what's going on in the chat room. We got Andy Bong. We've got Prankville. Still in the Angela Truth in the chat room as well. Good evening, Angela.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, jeez, too much. And there you have it. I just want to mention once again, Chris Topp was in the chat room earlier. I missed him. I do apologize, Chris, if you're listening. We were too busy in conversation and what was going on in the show, and I didn't check the chat to say hi. So, the Chris Topp Show, ladies and gentlemen, right here on Spreaker.com. Thanks for stopping in, Chris. See, I don't know if the guys out there realize that listen to the show. We've got people from all over the world that can not only come into the chat, but as you can tell, they send in their promos. We've got Matt from Ireland, Bep from Canada, all across the country. We've got Biven and Ernie Abbott. All
Southern Illinois. I'm in Southern Illinois.
I'm in a state of confusion up here. My area.
State of confusion. But what I'm trying to say is it's, I'm going to rob Ernie's word and use an eclectic mix of people.
Eclectic mix of folks, man.
There you go. See that? He knew it was coming before I even said it. Thank you, Biv. So you're an eclectic human being there, Ernie Abbott. The word is yours, man, to do what you want with it.
Took the words right out of your mind.
He certainly did.
It's a talent of his.
Let me turn off. Hold on.
And while Ernie's doing that, I want to let you know we're simulcasting not only on Exact FM Radio, ladies and gentlemen, but on Shoutcast as well.
Yahoo!
Yes, Yahoo! Thanks to the Biv Man. Shoutcast. Now, there's no archives there on Shoutcast. That's just streaming live. We could do 24 hours a day if we wanted over there. But we're going to see, and maybe we can pull in a couple of extra listeners and see what happens with that. So we'll get that going. Pumpkin Face in the chat room says hello to John, Bivman, and Sherry.
Pumpkins.
The Pumpkin Face, who is doing a show now with Ernie, right? Ernie, is this like a weekly thing now, or what's going on?
Yeah, every
Tell us
Wednesday
about
afternoon at let me see, it's 4 o'clock Eastern Time, 3 Central. Little talk thing we're doing together. They're just going over the highlights and news items of the day and getting a little more in depth into maybe one or two of the items. So yeah, we're having a good time. Just a little conversational show, and enjoying it.
So
Having a good
what
time.
am I going to have to do now? I got to do a night afternoon show?
Night afternoon show, night talk in the afternoon.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What are you guys trying to do? Take over my territory? I mean, I got to come out there now. I got to be there in the
that
afternoon.
would be a great idea, man, if you did something during the day.
I don't know.
Yeah, see that? Yeah, see, I'm going to...
Well, let's see what happens with Shoutcast. We got a couple of listeners out there. I noticed 3 people. And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. Say hello to Pumpkin Face. What's up, buddy?
Ow. That kind of hurt my eardrums there. What's up with that? How you guys doing tonight?
Good. How you doing, my friend? How you doing?
Is that what you said? What's up with that?
It is, yeah, you screamed in my ear, dude. I had my volume way too high up on my control, so, I heard you. All it was, I was just like,
would you like me to do it again?
No, that's okay. I got you
okay.
turned all the way down now,
right.
Jay. No problem now. But how you guys doing tonight? It
Doing
is
all
pissing
right.
cats and dogs over here.
Yeah, huh? Well, it's coming this way, and it's going north. So by the time it reaches Ernie Abbott in a day or so, maybe 2, he's going to have another 20 inches of snow.
I'm telling you, man.
That's exactly what I was thinking, man. I knew it was...
Shovel our way out of the door, man. It's like, wow. But it's all good, man. Hey, we're a hardy group up here. We can handle whatever comes our way, man.
That's right.
Yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. As long as we don't lose power, then I get a little upset.
All you gotta do, Ernie, is you go get one of them propane camper stoves, right? The ones that just kind of like stick off the side of the bottle. But instead, what you do is you take that grill off of it and all that other good junk and just have the burner out there. Turn that bad boy up on high. You'll get 10 or 20 feet out, out the door before it cuts out on you.
Well, let's see that. Well, never mind. Let me shut up because I'm gonna get in trouble.
Or you can roast marshmallows on the inside. You know what I mean? Just stay put. Hey. But yeah, we've got like at least a foot of rain has come down in the last hour. I mean, Jesus, it's coming down so thick out there. You can't walk out to the mailbox and back, and that's like 30 feet. You can't walk out to the mailbox and back. You're soaked like you just went in the pool.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the precipitation line coming down from the north into the east, going west on the south side, making all that rain.
Wow. Yeah.
He says, "Wow."
Yes, indeed. Hey, I'm hunkering down here in the Regis Studios, down in the recesses, the bowels of the residents here, and we're in the dark down here in the cave-like atmosphere. So
you don't get. All he's thinking is more friggin' snow.
It's like I go up outside every couple of days, and look up at the sun and like, oh my God, it's kind of like a werewolf or whatever. What was that?
Ernie, you didn't tell him how you clear the snow off your roof, did you?
No.
Ernie's got this great way of clearing snow off the roof. He's got little 181 mortars, right? Launch them off of the side, it'll be like avalanche, and it'll have like 10 feet of snow coming off his roof. Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh man, you saw that video, huh? Oh man.
Earlier, I just got home before it started raining, and I heard you guys talking about all the teacher stuff. Are you guys still on that subject, or?
Well, actually, we did move on, but what did you have to say? We'd love to hear.
Well, I agree a lot with what Ernie was saying about that, but
look, either you have an opinion, stop kissing his ass, and give us your opinion. Okay.
There's one thing I didn't think I heard you guys talking about either, though, was that some teachers, even though they do have tenure, are getting ousted for standing up for what they believe in as far as teaching children. You know what I'm saying?
No, what do you mean?
Like I had a teacher in high school that refused to teach either evolution or, it was along the lines of earth science. They didn't want to teach evolution, but they didn't want to teach creationism.
Mm-hmm. Just
kind of left it out. They fired him, even though the guy had tenure. They fired him immediately. He was gone.
Well, how is that?
Because he didn't want to teach either one of the subject courses, and it was part of the curriculum for the school.
Oh, so if a teacher doesn't teach the curriculum, he can get fired for that, but he can't get fired for using heroin in the goddamn school or raping a child?
Do you see what I'm saying? That's a huge gap right there, isn't there? I mean, if they don't teach the curriculum as told to according to government, then they get fired, but they're allowed to go use heroin in the bathroom. You see, that's what I was kind of. But there's my piece. I'm done.
Wow. Very interesting. Very interesting.
I mean, this was 15 years ago when this guy, of course, I had a biology teacher, which is the same thing. The teachers didn't like that he was teaching us outside about real biology. They didn't like that. We wanted to be inside, notes, shut the blinds so nobody can see outside how anybody on break is having a good time dancing around.
That's ridiculous.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Amazing.
And therein lies the problem. That's why nobody's learning anything, because they're all bored to death. I used to, I would teach most of the curriculum like I was supposed to, but there were other important things, and I would put them in there. I didn't care what anybody said, and
I did
nobody said anything, and I even got interviewed by the paper, and I told them what I was teaching, and it was not part of the curriculum, but nobody said a word.
Well,
because the kids were loving it.
You're talking about the truth, though, right? You're telling scientific fact. I don't know exactly what you're teaching, so sorry I jumped in on that. What were you teaching?
Science.
Okay.
6th grade science.
Oh, cool. That's like basic earth science, though, isn't it?
Yes, and it was so much fun. And geology, and just a smattering, of the subjects.
I love geology. Love rocks. I also like I like prospecting as well.
Me too. I love that stuff. And I used to go in Florida. Of course, there were tons of cool fossils, shark's teeth, and I would go dig with the kids on the weekend sometime, and I had just as much fun, if not more, than they did. Love that stuff. I'd take my guitar in, and we'd do Earth Day stuff, and I'd sing, and oh my God, we had so much fun.
Wow, nice.
She calls me the man of many wires. She's the gal of many rocks. She has rocks piled all over the house. Big rocks, little rocks,
crystals.
We have to climb on rocks.
Crystals, fossils.
I've hauled hundreds of pounds of rocks from the Appalachian Mountains all over the place.
Wow.
I always had this dream, Jay. I'm not going to lie to you.
Go ahead.
I had this dream where I wanted to build a house out of the side of a mountain. Mm-hmm. Only all the walls and stuff on the outside were all rock straight from the mountain. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you interlay them together, and you make the mortar and stuff from other things that are on the side of the mountain. And you just kind of if you decided you want another room, you just dig down into the mountain. I mean,
that's funny you should say that, because what I wanted to do, it was one of my harebrained schemes, was to take a mountain and hollow the top of it out into the mountain. Well, not so much from the top, but on the top would be like a heliport that people could get to, and from there you would come down the side of the mountain, and in the mountain would be the restaurant and a nightclub.
Well, I've been to a place like that.
Really? There you go.
There's a place in Holland. It was a UN control facility in Maastricht on the border of Holland and Belgium, and it was built right inside a mountain, and it was supposed to be able to withstand a direct nuclear hit. And they had a bar in there, the mushroom bar, and the ceilings were all 5 feet high in there, concrete. It was amazing.
Well, no, it would be the inside, whatever, you would have to dig it out, but I wanted the different rooms, for the main dining room, and then you could have rooms along the outskirts of the bar or the restaurant, and then maybe you go into the next room, there's the nightclub, but it's all in a cave.
Yeah, that's how
just
this
a
place
cave.
was.
No, but that was one of my ideas. And then the only way to get to it would be to helicopter up from the base of the mountain. So everybody would park at the base of the mountain and fly up,
Yeah.
But I never made
We'd have a
enough
big
money.
billboard out front with "Come on in and listen to the Sandman." In the style of Sinatra.
There'd be a 4,000 or 5,000 acre perimeter around there where it just have orange little tabs coming out of the dirt.
That's a Windows.
It's a Windows what?
She was asking.
To my soul.
She was asking if she could delete a file, and I said,
No, deleting. Don't. No.
No, that's a system file that you're seeing now because we told your thing not to hide any files.
What are trilobites?
Oh, they're the coolest thing. things. They're they make I've got trilobite fossils. They are so cool.
Oh, what are
I'm
they?
trying to remember what the hell were they.
Well,
They were little critters.
Johnny G just mentioned trilobites. Or did somebody mention that already? And I missed it.
She was talking about fossils earlier, and I'm sure that's one of the coolest ones, isn't
That
it?
makes Johnny G a very smart guy.
I like
smart
Petoskey.
Who?
Petoskey stones.
Petoskey stones.
It's fossilized coral found only in Lake Michigan.
Oh, you sure it wasn't caveman gallstones?
Well, maybe. I spent many days searching for Petoskey stones along the banks of the Lake Michigan.
And he turned me on to Petoskey stones. Now I love them too.
Yeah.
And you love them too, don't
Oh,
you?
and I had this wildlife dude bring a panther up to the school for the kids to see, and I got to pet it. Have you ever petted a panther?
Petting
Or,
zoo.
like the brown, like a wildcat, mountain lion. They're called different names, but the brown was not a black panther, but a cougar. They're also called cougars. But anyway, yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, and Sherry's prosthetic finger looks really real.
You familiar with those geodes, Sherry?
I love geodes. You know, they're the coolest things because they're so ugly on the outside. And that's what when I would show them to the kids, I was like, "Oh, this is a lovely rock, kids," and they were like, like big deal. And then I would pull it apart, and they were like, "Whoa!" And there's all those crystals in the middle. Oh, I love geodes.
Yeah. There's a place up in New Hampshire you can go and you can buy those, and they cut them in half for you there, so you see what's on the inside, man. Some of them are like amazing, beautiful.
Look at that. We went from teachers to mining in one easy step.
Science does that, Jay. Science.
Yeah.
Science.
Gotcha.
Science.
Gotcha.
Whatever happened to Bill Nye the Science Guy? He was great, man.
Actually, to tell you the truth, I just learned a horrible truth about Bill Nye the Science Guy. It's Tasha's father.
Now, what were those things called? Geodes?
Geodes.
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 I want to see what they look like now.
It's not Bill Nye the Science Guy. Really? No.
You didn't like him?
Tasha's father?
Huh?
No, Sherry. Maddie wanted me to tell you that she got to sleep next to a 3-week-old tiger. I don't know what that's about, but
Get out of town.
yeah, and her prosthetic leg looks so real. I can't tell different until she.
Tell them about that guy with the tigers or lions or whatever.
Oh God, my cousin's mother. She was married to this guy, Southern Illinois, and they had all these. They lived out in the hills. They were real kind of backward people too. Just they were very odd. But anyway, they had all these exotic animals in cages. And one day she comes home. My cousin's mother. She comes home from running errands, whatever. And her husband is laying in the yard with his innards out. Yep, he must have opened the cage. Some lion got out and ate him up. And the police were out there. And my sister even talked to one of the policemen who was saying, "Yeah, I just never expected to have to pull my gun to shoot a lion in Southern Illinois."
Wow.
I'm a firm believer of either pass it through the fence or toss it over.
Yeah, really.
When it comes to them large animals, you toss it over. Like you see that show Gator Boys. I'm just waiting for the one day that one of them actually gets caught up and loses a finger or a foot or something, while they're diving into them ponds.
And his prosthetic hand will look so real.
Well, hey, I've got Mikio Kaku. You guys know who that is?
Sure do.
Yeah, I've got him on my Facebook. They just released this new thing where prosthetics have become so real that they can connect it in with your nerve endings and you can feel what your prosthetic is feeling. Tell me that's not cool as hell.
Wow.
I swear to God, that's not something you make up. That was on his Facebook page. You can go check that out at any time. It's the last post that he put up, actually. Mika Kaku, isn't that how you pronounce it?
Michio Kaku.
Michio Kaku, yeah, that's. I'm really into him. He's a really intelligent
Well,
guy.
I'm sure
I
he
really
likes
like-
you too.
No, I'm sure he doesn't even know who the hell I am. I don't blame him either.
You're
I've
kidding,
seen
you're on
him.
Night Talk. Everybody knows who you are.
It's Night Talk with Jay Sands. Only on Spreaker. Wait, no.
No.
Exclusively on. But now you're on Winamp too, aren't you? On Shoutcast?
Shoutcast, yeah. Live on Shoutcast. And Exact FM Radio.
Ooh. That's another good one too.
We're pumping them out now. Forget about it.
Forget about
it.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
Are you talking to me? Are you
I'm
talking
talking
to
to you. What do you mean I'm talking to? I'm talking to you. What am I talking to? There's nobody else here. Who else am I talking to?
Hey, John.
What the hell's the matter with you?
I got a question for you, Shotgun Cherry there.
Yeah.
Who am I funny like? Am I funny like Gurney Abbott or am I funny like Jay Sands?
Oh, wait a minute. I'm funny?
I'm afraid that's going to require too much thought and analysis right now.
Just pick one.
Either
Jay
one.
Sands. And
Oh my
Ernie
God.
Sabat. Jay Abbott.
Sabat. Jay Sabat. There you go. Sabat. Yeah, we were Sabat. Oh, God. I can't take it anymore. I'm a Sabat now.
I swear that my listener.
No,
that's-
Sabbath. No Sabbath. Sabbath.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's nightly Sabbath.
No, Sabbath, not Sabbath.
Sorry,
Sabbath.
nightly Sabbath. Yeah. Black Sabbath.
Whoosh. Karushka. Hey, we haven't seen Uncle Grandpa Al this evening. He hasn't shown up. We miss him. Just want to let you know. In case you're listening to the show at another time, Grandpa, I don't think we forgot you. We didn't forgot you.
We got breaking news. Women can now drive in Saudi Arabia without going to jail.
Yay! Right after they uncover their faces so they can see where they can go, right?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, have you seen how beautiful some of them women actually are? I'd be making my
No,
bitch
how
go-
are you going to tell? They're clothed up
That's
to their
what I'm saying.
eyeballs.
That's what I'm saying, man. You gotta make sure that a guy sees it and is just like, wow, that's an ugly blob of a sheet. Why would I want to mess around with that? Get home and take that bad boy off, and you're like, woo-wee, look how beautiful that is.
Sure, once you get past the smell.
What sun, the horrible sun of the desert or the sand, damaging that beautiful feature, especially. I think that's 90% of it. You want to keep your women beautiful, make them cover up everything.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay, honey, so you're going to make me start covering everything up?
No, you guys do live in that region where
Well,
everything's
yeah, you should be walking around the house with nothing on. Not on the radio.
During a tornado.
Oh.
Siren.
You guys want to hear something hilarious?
No.
They came out with a tornado warning here just a few hours ago, right?
Yeah.
We went over to a friend's house, and literally everybody else in the house was in the bathroom. And we were sitting out in the living room playing 64, the Nintendo 64, just kind of like, what are you guys doing? They're like, there's a tornado warning. Is there enough peanut butter in the house? Where's the water? I was just like, dude, it's a warning.
No, if
They're
a
saying,
tornado
"Get out."
hits... Well, wait a minute. Let's back up here a second. So if you're in the bathroom and the tornado hits... Well, you got a warning. Wait, first of all, you're getting a warning, right? So now you run in the bathroom, you get in the bathtub, and you're worrying about whether there's peanut butter. If the friggin' tornado hits, there ain't going to be nothing left of the friggin' house. You're not going to be able to find the peanut butter. What the
See what
hell
I'm
is that
saying?
all about?
See what I'm saying? So they take a peanut butter.
Hysteria. It's about mass hysteria.
That's what I'm saying. We were laughing so hard.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's an hour and a half, 4 people in the bathroom. We're sitting out there, just laughing, like, what the hell is wrong with you guys, man? We were seriously thinking about, like, moving furniture in front of the door so we got trapped in there. Because you know how them hallway bathrooms get, man. The door swings out, so you just...
You think it's funny, but that tub has protected a lot of people. Has saved quite a few lives, those tubs.
I'll tell you what else has protected me from tornadoes. Getting the hell out of the way. If you hear a tornado coming, I can't. Are you kidding me?
That's for the people that have brains,
I'm telling you, I've got stories where we were out in central Arkansas or in the middle of Oklahoma actually, and we saw everybody on the road coming towards us, cops and all, 50 people in the middle of BFE coming out of nowhere, going the other way, and you're like, We're the only ones headed this way. Maybe we should turn around right now. You know, it's looking kind of bad for you. Then you see that telltale funnel cloud. Then you're like, geez.
What was that? Oh, it's just a cow.
Yeah, really, it does get kind of really when you see everybody peeling out of a Food Lion parking lot, you know, in your middle of nowhere, you better go. You know what I mean? That's one thing that you don't play with, huh? No, that's the Honda that didn't have the fifth gear. We only had 4. We were basically doing 80, running the red line, trying to hopefully outrun this tornado. Yeah, it was funny. It's a funny story. I've got collaboration on this as well. So
We want documentation now.
yeah, that was before cell phones that really had pick cameras on them and stuff. You know, the new pixelated camera phones they got now. And yeah, this is where we used to actually have a story where we were like, dude, we just almost got hit by a tornado, but we outrun that bad boy in 4th gear, you know? I just keep it in 4th gear. We didn't have 5th, you know? So we were just going. Yeah, Facebones tells the story so much better. He does. He really does. But that's one of the stories that goes that tornadoes don't really bother us. People get really mass hysteria, like you guys were just saying, and it's really funny because you're laughing at them. Like, if I heard a tornado coming, the first thing I would do is not hide in the bathtub. I would get in the car and drive away from the tornado.
Tornadoes are tornadoes, you know.
They say not to do that because you can't tell which direction the tornado's coming from. But I'm like, you know what? I've got common sense. I can see where the dark clouds are coming from. I should head away from the dark clouds, you know? If there's light over here and there's dark over here, guess what? I'm running from the dark clouds that are, you know, all the sounds coming from. Just me. That's how it's always worked, you know? So I've been pretty good about that, you know? Perpendicular my ass. You're going to be driving through a motel parking lot. I'm just saying,
You found it before I did. I was looking for that, and then the song. I couldn't find it.
YouTube. Yeah, all you got to do is when you look up sound effects or instrumentals, you type in instrumental OST, original soundtrack, into YouTube, and it'll bring up pretty much any type of regular music that you're looking for without all the other sound effects of the movie.
Oh.
There's a fancy tidbit for you. It depends on what you type into YouTube, depends on what you find, because there's so many billions of frickin' videos on there. You can't really, you gotta, you know, really be definite about it. In the original soundtracks, OSTs, those are where I find 90% of all my good background music. Definitely. There's a tidbit from Pumpkin Face.
Very good.
Yeah, just type in Wizard of Oz OST. And I guarantee you it'll bring up a playlist of the original soundtrack on high definition quality. And if you can't rip it, you should be able to just play it over your board. So, blam. And I usually just record stuff that way now. I just set up a dummy encoder and rip it off without having to use that YouTube downloader. John, this board, board, this frickin' board, this board is the greatest thing ever.
Is what?
It's so awesome, this board. This board is awesome. Awesome board. Oh,
Would you describe it as awesome?
It's so awesome I can't even say fuck, okay? It's awesome. I love this board. This board has helped me through so much technical, this BS, whatever happening. The board is there for me, buddy. The board is... I can do karaoke without even having my computer on now. It's great. I don't even know what else to do anymore. I'm just... It's like a pig rolling in shit. Oh.
Yay, pig rolling in shit. It's always good.
Oh, the sound you were trying to play there, Jay, reminds me of a story. Back when I was on the road playing music with a gospel group, I traveled with this group for about 10 years. Our girl singer was we were down in the hills of Kentucky, and she was out riding a bicycle with a couple of other gals from the church, and she was wearing a long dress, riding this bicycle.
Yeah.
You know, and the wind was blowing that dress back, and she came back to the house, and I said, "Oh my gosh, I just saw a vision." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, and she said, "Oh, you're calling me a witch."
Oh.
I said, "No, I was so inundated with Wizard of Oz when I was a kid. You know, I see that crazy woman on the bicycle riding by in the windstorm. You know." Anyway.
Flashback, Mark.
Yeah.
That's not a windstorm. That's a tornado.
That's a cyclone.
And did you know that was only one of about 12 books?
Cyclone. I'm sorry.
Of The Wizard of Oz. I didn't know that Frank Baum, the author, until my little girl and I, when she was about 3, went to the library, and there was a whole pile of them. The Wizard of Oz was just the first one, and it was the best tale. We just about cried when those books are over. We read every single one of them. It's really cool. That story goes on, and do you know that Dorothy and Aunt Em and Uncle whatever her uncle and aunt she lived with, they end up moving to Oz in one of the books. The whole family's there. Oh, it was great. You guys, great tale.
I'll get you, my little pretty, and your little dog, too.
No! You just can't take Toto! You can't!
Okay,
dog.
we'll leave him behind. Oh, that's sick. Poor Toto.
We're standing behind. We're not moving forward. We're standing behind.
Oh, are we? Oh, okay.
Possibly. I just had a house land on my head. What do you want from me? Huh? What do you want from me? You want my shoes?
If you really want to know.
I love the Spanish rendition of that. You think you're going to take my shoes? I got you. Come here, bandejo. I got you.
Well, speaking of Toto, here is a little Toto for you. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to Night Talk. We got about 11 minutes left, but here's a little Toto for you.
Hear the drums echoing tonight, and she hears only whispers of some quiet conversation. She's coming in 12:30 flight. The moonlit wings reflect the stars that guide me towards salvation. I stopped an old man along the way, hoping to find some old forgotten words or ancient melodies. He turned to me as if to say, hurry boy, it's waiting there for you. Gotta take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or more could ever do. I bless the rains down in Africa. Gonna take some time to do the things we never had. The wild dogs cry out in the night as they grow restless, longing for some solitary company. I know that I must do what's right, sure as Kilimanjaro rises like Olympus above the Serengeti. I seek to cure what's deep inside, frightened of this thing that I've become. Gonna take a lot to drag me away from you. There's nothing that 100 men or
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listening to Mike Massey and Jeff Hall right here doing Toto, cover of Toto's Africa. Coming up next, another song by Mike and Jeff, The Sound of Silence. Wait till you hear this on Night Talk with Jay Sands.
Darkness, my old friend, I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence. In restless dreams I walked alone. There are streets of cobblestone. Beneath the halo of a street lamp, I turned my collar to the cold and damp. When my eyes were stabbed by the flash of a neon light, split the night and touched the sound of silence. And of silence.
Thanks. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is just about the end of the show. We got about 3 or 4 minutes left. I want to say hi and goodbye to everybody in the chat room, all you guys that stuck it out with us. Thank you guys so much. Let's see, Andy Bong. We've got Andy Bong was in the house. Who else? Prankville, Johnny Gonzalez.
Goofy Bone.
Goofy Bone, of course. I mentioned Pranksville. Let's see, who else? Angela Truth was in the house. Chris Top, Slick Willie. Who else? Moving on.
Who's the guy from Germany?
Coos in the house. Yep, the theologist was here with us for a little while. Ernie Abbott, of course. John Biven, Jimmy Reason, Tara.
Rick said hi for a minute.
Rick was in here for a minute or two, that's right. Thank you all so much. Of course, Southern Cowboy was here. And Coos, believe it or not, was #1 in the chat room tonight. Boom Shine Radio with Koboomba was here with us as well. Saying hello and hanging out. Who else? I think we've covered everybody. Oh, no, DJ Danny Phantom was with us for a while. He stopped in. Who else? Moving on. Booking on. And to Coos, who was #1 in our chat tonight, thank you very much for showing up and having a great time. So, on behalf of all of us here, John Biven, say goodnight, buddy.
Night, buddy.
Where is Shotgun Sherry?
I'm right here sitting in the shotgun seat.
Oh, say goodnight, Shotgun Sherry.
Good night, Shotgun Sherry.
Say goodnight, Ernie Abbott.
Good night to the Spreaker of the house.
Thank you, sir. Say goodnight there, Pumpkin Face.
Right hand red.
Right. Oh, what a twister he is. That's Pumpkin Face, everybody. From the Sublimination Station. Check him out as well.